Welcome to Amish Shakil 5858 War and Love Reports. I am Amit Goodman. Hunger will be a main cause of death in next year, according to the UN report. 200 million people could die in 2 years because of starvation. A senior Russian commander in Ukraine said that he was fired because he accused of defense minister of betraying the Russian soldiers who were fighting in Ukraine. He accused defense minister of not supplying enough food and equipment to the troops in the battlefront. Messi is coming to Miami, Florida to join the local club Inter Miami. This has generated a lot of enthusiasm in the residents of Miami. That's the most hardest thing right now. An architect of Manhattan, who is a father and a husband, has been charged with the killing of 3 women. A suspected serial killer has killed 3 women on a Long Island more than 10 years ago. Police went through his mobile phone calls or cell phone calls and DNA from the pizza crust. The suspect has pleaded not guilty yesterday in the court of all these charges. He is charged with first and second degree murder. According to his neighbors, the guy was never talked with anybody. He was quiet. So neighbors are very shocked of this news. The suspect is being held without bail. U.S. security is at risk, according to Mr. Biden, because the promotions of higher military officers are stalled. A confirmation note is postponed on the nomination of Joint Chief of Staff, who is a black Air Force general. Just two of the 265 key military nominations unconfirmed. There are 265 key military nominations are also unconfirmed. Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville is holding these confirmations in Senate. He has certain reservation about the military's policies about the abortion. Yesterday, the House passed a bill which banned the Pentagon from reimbursing troops who travel out of state for abortion or for transgender surgeries and hormone treatments, and stop funds for diversity programs. So military has caught in a crossfire of Republicans and Democrats' values. Mr. Biden says the security of America is at stake. Republicans must act now for the sake of America. The writers and the actors of Hollywood are on a strike now. On Thursday, the talk between them and the federal mediator had broke down. This is the first industry-wide shutdown in 63 years. It has stopped all the TV and movie production activities. The SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Union, which has 160,000 members, including the mega stars, said that their demands are not met. They complained about dwindling pay and a threat posed by the artificial intelligence. Now the picket lines of these strikers is now 24 hours years old. 24 hours old. The writers are already on strike since May. The release date of popular TV series and the films could be postponed this year due to these strikes. The whole cast of the new film Oppenheimer was walked out from its London premiere yesterday in the solidarity of the Hollywood's striker unions. SAG-AFTRA said that the, the effect of climate change is taking place in different parts of the world. Heat waves and thunderstorms, rains, heavy rainfall are taking place. Europe, Asia, North America, all are facing the consequences of greenhouse effect. Europe is experiencing scorching heat this summer. It was also same in last year. We start from the land where the sun rises. Is Japan is experiencing heavy rainfall, and due to that there are dozens of deaths. Then we move to China. Over there the heat is a problem. The temperature are touching very high levels. People's daily life has disrupted. In the afternoon they have to take cover, otherwise they can get a heat stroke. For that reason they have to have too much water and liquid to stay hydrated. Now we move to India, Pakistan, where extreme rainfall has caused more than 70 deaths. New Delhi is inundated with water. There is a flood warning. Cars, roads, houses, everywhere you see the water, and it will take time to drain. But rain is still continue. Monsoon rain also play havoc in Pakistan. There are so many landslides in northern areas which have caused more than 30 deaths. Turkey, Syria, Iran have experienced earthquakes. Are they due to the climate change? That is a debatable thing. Russia is also not affected too much by the climate change. Africa has the same story. They still have droughts, less rain, same kind of heat. But the southern Europe and the northern Europe, they are experiencing a effect of climate change. The heat levels are very high. The temperatures are hitting about 105, 107 degrees centigrade. In Spain, it goes up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. London is baking in high temperatures. People take cover in afternoons, and when they go out, they use umbrellas or some other kind of shades and sunglasses to protect them, their skin and eyes from dangerous effects of heat. Of course, liquid is very important. People have to carry out these liquid things with them all the time. The morning temperature in Spain starts from 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Moving further west to North America, there are wildfires in Canada border. America is getting smoke from these wildfires, due to which the air quality in half of America is very, very low. In California, Arkansas, Nevada, Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, they are experiencing extreme heat. The temperatures are touching about 115 degrees centigrade. El Paso and Phoenix have regularly more than 110 degrees Fahrenheit temperature since last month. If we move to the eastern border of the United States, there are torrential rains which have flooded most of the eastern America. New York, Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts all are flooded with rainwater, and the rain is still coming, and they have forecasted heavy rains on this weekend. Vermont is very highly affected. The water is in the homes. People have lost a lot of things. There are some deaths also occur. Climate change is a reality. We have to notice it, and we have to curb the amount of greenhouses which we emit in the atmosphere. America is not the signatory of this agreement. Sweden is a favorite destination for those people who want to burn religious or holy text, and also for those who use cartoons to depict religious figures. The laws of Sweden are very soft regarding these acts. The police has allowed a protest on Saturday, which one group want to hell rather hold. The group plans to burn Torah and Bible in this protest. The police said they have given a permission for protest, but not permission for burning religious text. The police will take action if those kind of things will happen in that protest. The whole Jewish and Christian community are enraged. Israeli president says that is absurd, totally unbelievable and unacceptable. This protest will take place in front of Israeli embassy in Stockholm. Last month, a person burned Quran in front of mosque. The whole world condemned these kind of acts. The Sweden law allow people to hold public gathering, but does not allow the activity which are conducted in those public gatherings, according to police. The group responsible for this protest says that all this comes under the canopy of freedom of speech. India has launched a rocket which will send a spacecraft towards the moon. It will land on moon next month, according to Indian Space Agency. Now India has become the fourth country in the world which has presence in the space. The rocket was launched from southern India state Andhra Pradesh. The rocket contains a lander, a rover, and a propulsion module. On succession of landing, the India would join a group of 4 countries that have managed a controlled lunar landing. It will land on the south pole of the moon, where there is a presence of water ice is noticed. The rocket has a 2-meter tall lander which will deploy a rover on the south pole of the moon, where it will conduct different experiments for 2 weeks. More than 100 million Americans are under the heat warning. Miami is baking. Today temperature is 102 degrees centigrade on Miami Beach. For more than 30 days, many states are experiencing temperatures more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The water at Miami Beach is also hot. Most of the South, Midwest, and West have power problems. People are using too much air conditioning, which causing a shortage of power. On Thursday, Oklahoma had a 126 degree Fahrenheit temperature. Homeless people are the most vulnerable. The supply of cold drinking water is the most important thing. On the other hand, Vermont is still cleaning up from the heavy rainfall.